foreigners usually don't come in this area. This is a very, very dangerous area.
Right.
Very dangerous.
And he was literally like, I don't even drive. He was like, I don't drive here. I don't know. Like, basically, why are y'all coming here?
Why y'all here?
Why y'all got me here?
Shalom YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the family.
In today's video, we'll be discussing our first visit to Capetown, South Africa.
Also on this channel, we'll be traveling throughout the continent to show you the real Africa.
So if you like this type of content, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's get into it. So we started in Johannesburg and flew about 2 hours to Capetown. Upon arrival, we noticed how beautiful it was. Just like flying in, when we got close, you could tell there were like mountains and you could see the water, and it was just nice.
It was a sight to see.
It was a sight to see. So we got to the airport. Obviously, since it was a domestic flight this time, it was quick. We didn't have any check bags. We grabbed our stuff and we headed to go get a car. The air was very, very fresh.
Very.
It was nice. Everything was what we expected it to be from all of the comments saying how great it is.
Yeah. So now it was time to go to our Airbnb. So we booked the Uber and headed out to the Airbnb. Now this is where things get really good, guys. As we looked out the window driving to this Airbnb, just the mountain views that you've seen, the water in the distance, the greenery, the vibrance of the city was, unmatched. I would really have to say this is probably one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to in my life. Like, no exaggeration. You really have to be there to witness the pure opulence, beauty, and everything that just makes this country great.
So when we were on the way, we put in the address, obviously, in the Uber app, and it was bringing us to the wrong place. So apparently the street that we were on goes like from way over here, way over there. So when we got there, it was saying that we were like 2 minutes away, but it was like a neighborhood. Like, it was like a really clean, like, looked like a cute little suburban neighborhood. And the driver was like, is this where you're trying to go? Like, cause he was like, oh, y'all are from America. Oh, you're coming over here. Why are you coming? He was like, this is a dangerous neighborhood. I never come over here. So it basically took us to the wrong address, but it was the same address, but in like another location. However that works. But that was the cleanest bad neighborhood I've ever seen. It was spotless.
But it was funny because how shocked he was when he thought we was going there. He was like, yeah, foreigners usually don't come in this area. This is a very, very dangerous area.
Right.
Very dangerous.
And he was literally like, I don't even drive. He was like, I don't drive here. I don't know. Like, basically, why y'all coming here?
Why y'all here?
Why y'all got me here? It's like what he was saying. So, yeah. The next thing we're going to talk about is the Airbnb. So when we finally made it to the correct address, we went in and the place was really nice.
Yeah,
it was an apartment complex, I believe.
It was called 16 on Bree.
Right, but it gave like hotel vibes. When you get in there, there's reception, and like we had to sign in for real. Like, they take your picture, they put in your passport number, and then they have these little turnstile things to actually go past to get to the elevator, and you have to look into the camera.
Facial recognition.
And it recognizes your face from the picture that they took, and that's how it unlocks
They was
for you
on
to be
it.
able to go in.
Security on point.
Security was on 100,000 in this place. And it was beautiful. It was really nice. It was a good experience.
Yeah, so when we first walked into the Airbnb, obviously you see the pictures before you get there, but this place, the pictures really didn't do it justice. It was even more beautiful in person.
Right.
Just the way it was decorated, it had a nice green wall with pictures, and the just everything about this place screamed luxury, and just modern. It was just modern.
Right.
Then you go out to the patio and you see the views there, guys. Now, I haven't seen anything like this before. Literally, we have the ocean on one side, then right in front of us, it's the city downtown, and then on the right side, we have a beautiful view of Table Mountain. So I would say this is probably the best view we've ever seen outside of our Airbnb really so far. And we thought the one in Johannesburg was good at the Ad Santon, but this one was just on another level. There's levels to this.
Next thing we're gonna talk about is the food. So as for international food, they had so many different things. Like, the options were endless. We ended up having Indian food, obviously, because this guy loves Indian food. And we also had Japanese food. I had sushi and had like dumplings and stuff. But everything that we got was really good. Everything tasted how it was supposed to taste. You know, that is the biggest thing for us when it comes to international food. If it's Indian, it needs to have Indian spices. If it don't, it's not right. And you know, everything like that.
Very good.
So it was very, very good.
And then as far as the local food is concerned, we all tried a few different things. One of the things was and I might be wrong, don't quote me on how I say this, coistas?
The guy, okay, so we went on a tour thing and the guy was saying coup sister.
Yeah, coup sister, or coup sister.
But I feel like I heard people say cook sisters.
Yeah.
But y'all know what it is.
Yeah.
We don't know, y'all know.
But anyways, we tried that and that was delicious,
It
guys.
really was.
It really surprised me because it was funny because the tour guide was telling us that they it's like potatoes in it and stuff like that, and everybody was looking around.
Yeah, he said there was mashed potatoes in the inside.
So I'm like, what? I thought it was something sweet.
The lady was like, "You're describing my stuff wrong. There's not mashed potatoes in this." And she was like, "I mixed potatoes in the flour when making the dough."
But it was moist. It was sweet. I mean,
baby
everything.
loved it.
It was really like a 10 out of 10, guys.
It had coconut on the outside.
Yeah.
They said it was I guess Malay version, like a Capetown version of it, but it was really, really good. It was sweet. It was soft. It was hot. The baby got coconut stuff all in her hair. She cried for it when her piece was gone. It was delicious.
Also, we all tried the kota. I know a lot of people in our comments been asking us to try that. So we ended up getting some and it lived up to the hype also.
Right, and it was huge.
It was everything that you need on it. And we was laughing, we were saying like, somebody who created the recipe must have been drinking or something because everything that you want on this thing just randomly fries everything is on this kota. So also very, very good.
And
guys.
we got one for the baby and it was like the size of her face. We'll have to put a picture so y'all can see.
Also, everything that we're telling y'all about, we're also gonna make videos and vlogs separately from this. So please be sure you stay tuned for that also.
Right. He also had something that y'all have been talking about forever. This guy got some bunny chow.
Oh yeah.
And he loved it. He ate it 2 days in a row.
I did. That was probably some of the best Indian food I ever had. The style, it was delicious.
He didn't chew it at all, just swallowed it. Lastly, we're gonna talk about entertainment. So we went to Table Mountain and it was a really nice experience. We had to go pretty much like halfway up the mountain till you get to the little cable car place. And then you get on the cable car and it takes you up the mountain. So this thing is like spinning. I didn't expect that. And I don't love heights, so it was making me low-key a little nervous. And it was actually cloudy the day that we went. So by the time we got to the top, we were like literally in a cloud. When we got off the cable car, like there was like cloud in the air inside the building. Yeah. It was crazy.
The next thing we did was we went to Boulder Beach to see the penguins.
Yeah.
This was a phenomenal experience, guys. Yeah. It was, the penguins was actually smaller than I expected, but them boys was growling, them boys was just waddling along, all in a group, just chilling. So that just seeing penguins in Africa would really literally blows your mind because you wouldn't think coming to Africa you would see anything like that. But I don't know if that's their natural habitat or if they brought them from somewhere else, but they seem to really enjoy their environment. It was nice. Also, the beach that they were on was just amazing. The views were amazing. So you're looking at the water on this side, you turn around, there's a mountain behind you. Like the view is ridiculous. The next thing we did was Cape of Good Hope. Oh. Now it was so pretty. Like we got so many pictures. We literally took pictures and videos till both of our phones died. And we never do that. Both of our phones went completely dead. Like the views are ridiculous. We took the little, it wasn't like a cable car, it was almost like cable bus.
Like a bus train thing, because it was on the ground, but it had cables too, but it was like going up the side of the little mountain thing or whatever. And the views from there were ridiculous. Like if you have a chance to go there, go there. Well, I would love to go back in the summertime when it's warm, because it was beautiful when we went, but I don't know, it was just the most amazing thing. And then another thing we did was we went to the aquarium. Yeah. Now we wanted to do that for our baby, Right.
But she ended up falling asleep as soon as we got there. So
No, she fell asleep in the car like
On the way
2
there.
minutes before we arrived. It didn't wake up till it was well over.
But we enjoyed ourselves, to say the least. I was like a kid at the candy store.
Right.
I was everywhere. They had
Right.
so many different fish and snakes and just different sea creatures.
Right.
It really surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be that nice. And honestly, that was my first time even, I think, going to aquarium from what I can remember. So
Right.
I enjoyed it.
It was beautiful. I've been to the aquarium before. I've been to the aquarium in New Orleans because that's where I'm from. Obviously, we went on field trips as kids, and we took my nephew when he was like 1 or 2. And it is not that great. Like the one in Cape Town is amazing. I was literally like, "Ooh, look at this! Ooh, look at this!" And I'm 35 years old. I was excited like a child. It was nice in there, so that was a good experience as well.
Yeah, and then we did the Canal Walk. Went to the
Right.
Canal Walk shopping center.
Right.
That mall is huge.
I found clothes finally. Finally.
It's big. It's like when I think on one of the signs it said just opulence, and that place screams opulence. Seriously.
Yeah.
Just the design and the kind of stores that they had there.
Even the elevator was fancy looking.
You had so many options to choose from.
Right.
You had food, all the food that you could want there. So that's one of the best malls we've been in South Africa by far.
And the last thing we did for entertainment was a walking tour. Now, this was really good. We kind of wanted to do the red bus tour, but we got out there and we just did all the things that we wanted to do anyway. So a lot of the red bus tour stuff, we did it.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we'll do a walking tour. So they have free walking tours. So we did the Bocap.
Bocap.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. Probably not, let me know. But we did that walking tour and it was really, really nice.
Yeah, it was in like downtown area.
Right.
So we was able to see like the heart of Cape Town.
Right.
And it kind of reminded me of like a mixture between New Orleans and San Francisco with the mountains and stuff like that. But it was very clean. It smelled good, unlike some places in America that you would visit that's supposed to be like nice, like New York and stuff like that. So overall,
and everywhere you go, you can see mountains and stuff. So there was like a great view
and the history
from like everywhere. Yeah.
Kids singing when we was out there, just the history behind the city.
Yeah.
It was really impressive.
Absolutely.
Like we were really impressed, guys.
Absolutely.
So Cape Town, you are the ish. You hear me? Y'all did that.
And we need to come back longer, but obviously we only have so much time in South Africa in general, but planning to, after we maybe move around some more, end up back here, definitely I feel like Cape Town will be the first stop. And we'll definitely have to make it over to Durban because we've been hearing a lot about that.
Yeah.
So, we got to fit that in there.
Yeah. So with that being said, family, we just thank you so much for watching this video all the way through, and we love you. And as always, shalom.
Shalom.